no matter how long it may take us to overcome this premeditated invasion. The American people in their righteous might will win through to absolute victory.
Well, this was the Battle of the Bulge when the Germans put on a big offensive. Actually, all the Allied troops were ready to go home. The war was almost over. And all of a sudden, the Nazis put on a big tank display and invaded Belgium and tried to take Paris back again. And I happened to be out in Belgium during that Battle of the Bulge, and I was with the 82nd Airborne Division, and they got fellas to take them by surprise, so they were trying to defend the front line there. And I happened to get this one interesting picture about one soldier running with a clip of ammunition to his buddy who ran out of bullets. There was a machine gunner right behind me, and I was right on the front line photographing the front line people. So all of a sudden, one of the fellows on the front line said, they're crouched. So he hollered at me, get down. So I laid down flat, and he started firing the machine gun over me, and I happened to peek up and took a quick picture of this one particular guy running across the field. But I was sticking my nose right in the dirt there, and I was saying my prayers, I tell you. While in London, I was photographing scenes around town on my own. I had a lot of spare time. I was there 9 months, so I had a lot of spare time. And because that's the time the V rockets were flying over, and everybody was concerned about the bombs hitting. And this particular scene was taken at the flea. They call it Petticoat Lane in London. It's like the big flea market, and all kinds of characters. Here, this one man has this contraption he rigged up to. He claimed would deter the V bombs from hitting London. I don't think it ever worked, but I think he sold a few. This particular scene is the front of the Opera House in Paris, and it was everybody celebrating because 2 minutes after 3, General de Gaulle announced that the war was completely finished. So everybody just went wild. Confetti was coming out of windows. People were hanging out of windows, and GIs were climbing telephone poles, throwing out cigarettes to people, and it was just a big party time. Very, very loud. Everybody was so happy. Everybody was kissing everybody. No big problem getting a kiss on that day. It was very easy. And I ran around a whole city of Paris taking different pictures of different areas, different scenes of people celebrating. It was a real big party time. I'll never be able to have a dream of a party such as that. This particular scene was during at the Arc of Triumph when the war was over, of course, and they were giving out awards and congratulating each other. In this particular scene, General de Gaulle had just given Eisenhower a medal, and I happened to get one of the best shots or photographs of the two of them, which went worldwide on the radio network. And in this particular scene, it's funny because I'd just taken my picture, and fortunately, and I was grabbed by Chief of Police, the French Chief of Police, grabbed me by the buttocks and pulled me back in line with the rest of the press people and dignitaries. It was really funny. I had never seen it, but apparently it was on the movies in the movie house theaters of the same scene, and it was really quite funny. They tell me I had never seen it, but it was quite an event. Yeah, this is the photograph that just happened that same instant where the chief of police grabbed me. This shows the photograph that I'd just taken just before I got grabbed. And you can notice the expression on General Eisenhower's face. He's not too happy because he's still mad that we're waiting 15, 20 minutes for de Gaulle. But anyway, everything turned out fine. Everybody was happy and smiling, giving out awards and shaking hands. So it was a very, very nice time. Well, running around Paris, photographing all the events and all the people celebrating, this one particular picture I think is really tells the whole story. Near the Arc de Triomphe in Paris, of course, there's a big GI military truck. You can barely see the truck. It's just surrounded by maybe 60 or 70 people on the truck with flying the American flag and the French flag on top, and people just celebrating and having one heck of a time. So happy, and everybody's just enjoying life.